Hi, I'm Cheryl Butler and I'm Mighty Mommy on quickanddirtytips.com. Today we're going to talk about a hot topic that every parent seems to face, the defiant child. Tip number 1, hold your child accountable. When kids act out, they have to know that there are consequences, but you really can't get upset with them if you haven't laid down the ground rules. And the best time for this is to do this before a problem occurs. So when things are going well, take your children aside and go over what your family rules are going to be. Tip number 2, act, don't react. When your child acts out and does something that you are not pleased about, the worst thing you could do is fly off the handle and add fuel to the fire. So when something happens in your house that you don't approve of, you need to step back and let your child know that you're going to think about it. This gives you time to cool off and calm down, and it sends a message to your child. He's going to be thinking about what these consequences might be. Tip number 3, enforce age-appropriate consequences. There are 2 types of consequences, removals and impositions. A removal is taking something away that is dear to your child, like a happy, friendly environment, or time with you, or a special toy. The most popular type of removal is the timeout. The other type of consequence is an imposition. This is adding something to your child's schedule, like an extra chore, or having to do something with a sibling, something that lets him know you weren't happy about what happened and he's going to have to do a little something extra to make up for it. Tip number 4, keep your power. When you scream back at your child, you're lowering yourself to his level. So what you need to do is tell your child, you're not going to discuss this right now, and leave the room. When you leave the room, you take your power with you. Tip number 5, no second chances and no bargaining. If you want to be an effective parent when it comes to disciplining, you need to be consistent. You also need to take any bargaining chips off the table. Instead of giving in to your child, though it might be difficult many times, you need to be the one that's consistent and firm and stand your grounds. Tell him no, he's not going to have that candy bar, and let him leave the store screaming and crying. You might have to do this several times until he gets the message, but once he's got it, you're not going to have that problem again. Tip number 6, build on the positive. You know, kids need to hear what they're doing right, not just what they're doing wrong. So when you catch your child doing something that's great, like maybe helping a younger sibling get a toy off the shelf, or taking the dog out for a walk without you asking, make a point of letting them know, hey, that is great. Thanks for taking the dog out without me asking. For more practical parenting tips, visit the Mighty Mommy page at quickanddirtytips.com.